What up? What up, y'all? It's Polo Sports Talking ENT. I'm back again. I want to apologize to my subs for the technical difficulties. That's something that I'm working on, trying to get better, man. Each and every day, trying to make sure that everything is 100% right with the technical side of things. Um, but nevertheless, man, we up in here. Go ahead, hit that like and hit that sub when you come in, man. Gonna have an action packed night. Got a couple things that we're gonna talk about in the midst of also watching this Utah versus Suns game. Now, I definitely feel that the Suns are gonna win this game. I don't think that Utah's gonna. I'm sorry about that. With the Denver Nuggets. Um, I don't feel that. I don't feel that Denver's gonna, capitalize uh, on the Suns. In my opinion, I feel that the Suns are gonna come out, with even much more energy. But what we got to talk about is Rudy Gobert winning the Defensive Player of the Year award. Now, a lot of people had doubted Rudy Gobert. Now I was one of the ones that doubted Rudy Gobert, and I didn't doubt him for his defense. I just felt like he wasn't worth the contract, so to speak. But he went ahead and he proved me wrong, and he definitely was able to. He definitely was able to prove people wrong, and he proved me wrong as well. Um, I don't feel that I don't feel that a lot of people take Rudy Gobert seriously. It has nothing to do with his play. It has everything to do with his little antics, especially the antic that he did regarding the COVID. And people make mistakes, but I think a lot of people have looked at him in that light as a person that doesn't take his game seriously, doesn't take anything else seriously. Uh, I'm hoping YouTube sends out the notifications so that we can get some people up in here. Um, and this game tonight is going to be. Uh, I think tonight will be a telling of what the rest of the series is going to be like. Uh, these both of these games, excuse me, uh, both of the games that that one we saw last night with the Clippers and Utah in particular, and this series right here is a telling of what's bound to take place uh, throughout throughout the course of the next few games. And both of these series right here, can go either way. These four series I'm talking about in the West now uh, are really really great teams. When you talk about Utah, when you talk about Denver, when you talk about LA, and when you talk about Phoenix, all four of them are great, really great teams. And the West is definitely a team. I'm sorry about that. It's definitely a conference where it's up in the air. Sometimes in the East, you kind of know what's going to take place. You already know what's going to take place. You already know what's expected. And sometimes sometimes we get this notion that the West is so easy to play in, and that's further from the truth. Now the East has gotten way more competitive. I will say that it's gotten way more competitive. Uh, and it's a lot more. I say it's a lot more physicality involved in the West. I mean, in the East. Um, but as far as the talent, um, the free flow of offense, hybrid, high energy, athleticism, up and down, the West is where it's at. That's just you know that's just facts right there. The West is definitely where it's at. Uh, we can't sit here and act like you know these teams are pushovers in the West. What's up, Big Who? I see you in the building, man. We can't we can't act like these teams are pushovers because they're not. I mean, look who won the Defensive Player of the Year. It was Rudy Gobert. He's in the West. Look who has the best record in the NBA. It was Utah. They were in the West. You know, uh, all these teams that I mentioned, and these players, they're in the West now. Do I believe that a team from the West can actually take down Brooklyn? Yes, I can, and I do. Because one thing that you can say about all four of those teams in the West, when you talk about Denver, when you talk about the Clippers, when you talk about uh, Phoenix, and when you talk about Utah, they're all really, really deep teams, and they play at such an extremely fast pace, and they can all shoot. They can all shoot really, really well. You know, we have to take into account that when when we play Phoenix, when the Sixers play Phoenix, they beat us. They beat us. You know, Phoenix is for real this year. Now, okay, I know it was a fill out game and everything, but I wouldn't be surprised if Phoenix went up 2-0. I wouldn't be surprised if they went 2-0. The last time last time that they played was a telling of what the series may wound up being. And I like Jokic and I like MPJ, but I have to be real, man. They do need they'll need Murray. They will need Murray for this one. I never thought I'd say that, but in this series right here, they could use Jamal Murray. He's just another dynamic scorer that you would have to keep your eyes on. And if they play with somebody else in the future, they will need somebody like a Jamal Murray. You know. Next thing that we got to talk about is LeBron changing changes his number to number 6. You know, uh, I want to know what y'all think about that. You know, what do y'all think about LeBron changing his number to number 6? Uh, what do y'all think that that's about? You know, does that does that tell you something? Because he was number 6 in Miami. Went back to 23. He went back to 23. When he came to Cleveland, everybody knows that. I don't need to go through the whole story about that, but everybody knows, why he changed his number. You know, what's up, South Solidical? I'll see you in the building again. I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit, man. Um, he changed his number to number 6, and so even one person said that the reason why he changed it to 6 this time because no, Jordan was number 9 in the Olympics and just wants to turn it around. Now I don't believe that. Um, I don't believe that. By any stretch of the means. But nevertheless, he changed it again. That was his decision. I mean, Anthony Davis was originally, uh, 23. That was originally his number. But we got to see what takes place. He's still making headlines, even when he's been out. What's up, T Price? I see you in here. Oh man, and Big Who, you up in here? You trolling that man? You trolling that man? You you saying it's 4-6 for six losses in the finals? That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. But anyhow, man, yeah, we're gonna have an action-packed night. Rudy Gobert is the Defensive Player of the Year award. He got the Defensive Player of the Year award. You know, um, yeah, T Price. I know, man. I know you're gonna respond to that. What up, brother?
Hey, what's good with you, man? I had to come by and show some love to you, bro, man, because I was just like, man, I know I've been cooking over there and everything. I was like, man, I've been to chick. I said, man, I ain't holla at Polo, man. So I came in late, man. I ain't trolling, man. I just laughing what we said, man. But congratulations to Rudy Gobert and and LeBron changed his number to 6. So that answers a lot of people. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Uh, that answers a lot of people questions when it comes to what I was going to say. Like, somebody just bumped his train of thought, but the answer to people question comes up when he was going to switch his number. You know what I mean? So they can put that to rest. But other than that, I ain't got nothing to
Well,
say.
okay. Look, hey T Price, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Uh, you know, I wasn't sold on Rudy Gobert when he signed that contract, and it had everything to do with stuff off the court and nothing on the court. You know what I'm saying? Because on the court, man, he was definitely a defensive player, and he put grit in there. Hey man, and go man. Look man, look, if you come in here, man, I want you to keep it respectable. Okay, man. None of that. None of that. Dominating the conversation, all that other stuff. Please, bro. We just trying to we having a respectable conversation, and nobody's trolling LeBron right now. If that's what you think, so I'm gonna let you in here, man. I don't want none of that personal shit. Put all that personal shit aside. We all grown ass men up in here. Cause believe you me, I know T Price, he ain't about that shit, and neither is South Political. And I know you're not about that shit. Okay, man? So if I let you in here, if you got a basketball opinion, keep it basketball. If you got a sports opinion, keep it sports, man. Cause I definitely ain't gonna come in there trying to get your channel flagged. What's up, man? Go, you on mute. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't T Price. I wasn't sold on Rudy Gobert at first,
Mm-hmm.
and that was because of his off the court antics and all that other stuff. But as a player, I had Rudy Gobert. People thought I was crazy. Anti and C Hill thought I was crazy when I said he was a front runner for the MVP instead of Donovan Mitchell. And that was because Utah, he had held it down for Utah while Donovan Mitchell was gone for a few games, and that says a
Mm-hmm.
lot about Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, yeah, crazy. I mean, who you thought? I mean, who you thought should have won the defensive player of the year, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, yeah, Rudy Gobert, he had a case, but also, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Sixers fan, but Ben Simmons had a case, and uh, a lot of people. A lot of people ain't looking at this guy either. T Price. This guy right here was definitely he definitely put it down, man, and was a force out on the perimeter. But Doodoo Brown, because Doodoo Brown could do every. Hey, T Price, go ahead and sing it. You know you want to sing it. Kiki sings it all the time. Doodoo Brown, hey, that motherfucker right there, he had a case too because he could do everything. He was all over the perimeter. He was rebounding. He was even blocking shots. He was getting steals, everything. So Doodoo Brown had a case too.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Hold on one second.
Nah, I know you at work. I had to do the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
I had to. Yeah, I had to go and get the. I didn't feel like cooking tonight, so I'm going. I went to this black folks that's opened up a place out here, so I'm getting me some down south cooking today.
You don't know nothing about that. Hey, when you get down here, man, we really gonna give you that mama's cooking, man.
I already know, man, 'cause the homies in Louisiana already
Yeah, I know
told
you
me.
know.
They already told me, and my folks already said, boy, when you get back down here, boy, it's a wrap. It really is going to be. It's going to be. You know what? In all seriousness, though,
What's
I
up?
thought that I thought old boy should have won the award. Honestly, I
Cool.
thought he was actually going to win. Ben Simmons. I thought
Oh,
he was
okay,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
win. Yeah, talking to the people who watch a lot of Sixers fans or not, because this is how I start my morning, Polo. I wake up in the morning, say my prayers, read my Bible, and all that stuff. Sometimes I get extra up early. And then this morning, I didn't know my stream was still cooking. I didn't know people were still on there. I was like, man, it's 23 hours. I accidentally turned it off. So I started another stream at the homies cooking and everything. I started talking to people who I know, who I respect, that coaches and everything like that that love basketball, and they all say the same thing. Ben Simmons should win that award. You know what I mean? And the way they
Well,
break it down and how you broke it down to it too, I was like, I understand Rudy Gobert winning because you know how it is though too. But then, but he has a good case too. His team's the number one seed too. How many games did he miss?
yeah. Who you talking about? Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't miss much, man.
Mm.
He played pretty much the whole stretch because
Oh, okay.
he was the one that he held it down while Joel Embiid was gone. And listen, I have a case I have a case for Ben Simmons
Mhm.
why he should win, but I also
Mhm.
I had a case for him why um, he shouldn't have won. Okay,
Right.
now look, I have no problem with what people said about okay, yeah, he should have won, and he was robbed, all this other stuff. But this is what he did wrong in the early portion of the year. He didn't remain humble, and he said,
Right.
I'm the best defender of the league. Remember, he came out and he said that. But Rudy Gobert, all along, the Jazz have been consistent, with being number one. They've been at the top of the West for pretty much the whole entire year. The Sixers, you can say
Right.
that about the East, but the reason why I give Rudy Gobert the edge is because his impact on the team is a little bit more. The, it really tells the tale. If you take Rudy Gobert out of that lineup, they won't be anything much more than if you take Donovan Mitchell out.
hmm And you know what, sir? And man, it's like, man, I swear me and you be on the same page and everything like that. That's why I started getting a slight edge as well too. 'Cause I remember he said that, and he was locking people up. You know what I'm saying? But that's another thing about these players too. They take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Don't if you walk the walk and talk the talk. You know what I mean? This is one thing about me. You know, whether another new generation, what they always tell us, you gotta learn how to adjust. This is how the NBA is now. Well, I'm adjusted to it and everything like that, but at the same time, much is given and much required. Man, for real, man. Shout out to Rudy, man. He won, but I didn't know about his on court things. You know what I'm saying? You know that stuff don't get leaked out into the media. It's like I tell people, man. They got a lot of ways for they can get all this stuff out, man. Like they can, but it's all about
Oh,
um
what,
yeah, I got
what,
it. Good.
but you know what though, T Price, man,
Hmm.
that's what we were talking about earlier about the situation with Jay Will. You see, with Jay Will.
Okay, what happened to that? See, I never
Hey,
understood. I've been doing so much
hey,
stuff today,
hey,
bro.
hold on.
I didn't get a chance to
Okay,
talk to it.
hold on. Hey,
Before
hold
y'all
on,
change the
South
subject,
Solitico. I'm gonna let you get in a minute.
I
Hold
don't
on.
want y'all to change the subject. I want to, before y'all change the subject, I want to chime in on that and see
Yeah,
what y'all
Go
think.
ahead.
I'll let you get it in. But hold on, let me get this out real quick.
Okay.
Salute to South Solitico too. Look, this is what I was gonna say. Real quick. See, this is what happened, T Price. What happened
Hmm.
is he ended up okay. Remember, because it was two people that reported it. It was actually three. It was Tiki Two Raw and LB. They all reported it about Jay Will, and so what
Hmm.
ended up happening, KD had supposedly what Jay Will said. He said he was the best player in the league, or he was better than Giannis or whatever. And he got mad at
Hmm.
Jay Will because Jay Will went out and and had basically have said it. And so he went back at Jay Will and said, "Why did you say it or whatever?" But Jay Will stood on he stood his ground, basically saying, "Look, I stand on what I said. That's what you said or whatever." But the
Hmm.
thing about it is he's trying to put it out there as a catalyst, in my opinion. Okay, to he hadn't even made the finals yet, and you already trying to use some sort of way to try to destroy this man because you already know that the media ain't too media friendly with KD. You know what I'm saying? And so I felt like Jay Will's trying to move up the ladder and move up the totem pole because let's just call it what it is, T. Price. He ain't nothing but a glorified contrarian. That's how he's been. Many people, I haven't been around Jay Will, but many people have said, man, he's a snob. He don't treat people right, and he don't know how to communicate with people. And then on top of that, he also tried to shit on MJ when he first came into the league because he wanted to be even going so as far as trying to take the dude locker, saying that he better than him and everything. Well, guess what? Hey, you got big shoes to fill, buddy. You stepping into the United system. You talk about 6 championships. A guy that never went past a game 6, and then on top of that, you got six Finals MVP. So what are we talking about here, Jay Will? Only thing you did, which was great, you went to Duke. Okay, you brought the title. You was a dynamic player, could do it inside and out. But college is different from the NBA, and you had to respect that. So that's what happened. That's what ended up happening. T. Price.
Hold on 1 second. I'm handling something. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll come back and comment.
Go ahead, South Solitical. What's up, Red Con? I see you in the building, man. Thank you for that comment, man. And Lou the writer, the reason why I picked Brooklyn to win is because the media people like Jay Will. Yeah, that's facts. They want to uphold him. He can't face the facts that KD or Kawhi or even Giannis or Kyrie could be the top of the league right now, and he don't like that. He wants. Listen, I have a lot of respect for LeBron. I like what he does and everything, but hey, South Solitical, I know you're not going to want to hear this. I know this is probably hard for you to take
Can you hear me,
and a
Polo?
hard pill to swallow. But listen,
Polo, can you hear me?
The league, they can't quite market around him like he used to. There's other players in here that are still in their young 20s that they're trying to market around that need to,
Polo,
that need to give a chance to grow.
Can you hear me?
And Jay Will can't handle that without talking about him. Go
Can you hear
ahead,
me?
man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
I've been talking for a minute. I guess you couldn't hear me, but you can hear me now. I'm just trying to make sure. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Oh, okay. I don't have no problem. This stuff. I don't worry about stuff like that, man. But I wanted to speak on something y'all were initially talking about with the Defensive Player of the Year, and just wanted to get you a T. Price point of view. I think there's always been a bias to the when you had a conversation between a predominantly perimeter defender and a rim protector as far as being a viable choice for the award. And I want to get your opinion because I felt like it's been a lot of great perimeter defenders like the Scottie Pippens that I think they should have at least won one Defensive Player of the Year, but they were reluctant to give a perimeter player the award over a rim protector or shot blocker if all things are kind of considered objectively equal. How you feel about that? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, T. Price. I don't know if you're busy or not, but if so, then I could speak on that.
Yeah.
Okay, say that to me one more time, sir. I'm listening. I have
No,
my earpiece going in and out.
no,
I
what
like
I
how
was
you see
saying,
that. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
what I was basically saying is I feel like over my 30 plus years of watching basketball, that I feel
Mm-hmm.
like when all things are considered equal with in the defensive player of the year conversation where it's a predominantly perimeter defender versus a rim protector, that the rim protector always gets the benefit of the doubt and he wins the award. And I feel like it was some great perimeter defenders that should have won it some years, but they didn't because they would favor more of a rim protector over a more predominant perimeter defender when all things are somewhat considered equal.
Yeah, I mean, You can, yeah, you could definitely say there is a great case that you just brought up there, and it is what it is. But the inside player always gonna get that benefit of the doubt. Yeah, you definitely right about that. I mean, really, that they do. It's just like, for instance, when it comes to, like, you broke it down to me just like how it is in the MVP discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's going to be in the MVP discussion? You know what I mean? What does MVP has to deal with? They put so much cake and layer icing in, and narratives change all the
They
time.
move
But
their
I get
goalposts
it.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why people like us, who really know what we see, and we got different standpoints. That's one thing about me. I don't bash a person. I like a lot of basketball minds. I like learning from a lot. Even if I don't like a player, that a person always bring out something that I'll be like, especially they hitting on something that's really real. God dang it, man! Why did you go the first time, bro?
And
Um,
I don't
yeah,
know if
these
anybody's
people
ever
are.
brought that conversation up. That's why I was eager to say something about it because I've never heard nobody talk about that. But when I look at it, I'm like, man, I know it's been a lot of great perimeter defenders that didn't win a defensive player of the year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And, they were,
That's a
and then you
fact.
look even this year, y'all are making a Bible case for Ben Simmons. A lot of people feel he should, but it seems like the rim protector type of defender will always beat the perimeter defender for what I've seen over time.
Well, yeah, you got
Right.
it. You definitely got a good case. But let me pick it back off of what you're saying too. Now, the only player, you know who the only player to ever win the defensive player of the year award 3 times, right?
Only win it 3 times.
Yeah, only 3 consecutive times. And this is gonna shock you.
Was it Ben Wallace?
Nope,
Dennis Rodman? I don't know.
nope. It was Dwight Howard. He
Oh,
was the
Dwight
only
Howard.
person to win it 3 consecutive seasons, and he did it over one of my favorite players, which was Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman only won it twice. Sidney Moncrief won it twice. Mark E won it twice. Hakeem Olajuwon, Alonzo Mourning, Kawhi Leonard, and now Rudy Gobert. Now, if Rudy Gobert does it 3 times, then he'll definitely make it. Yeah, that's facts. RJ Guap. It was Dwight Howard. You see, you see, the thing about it is South Political got a great point because they do focus on rim, rim protectors. Was Dennis Rodman a rim protector? No, he wasn't so much, but he
Yeah,
could defend the rim, but that wasn't his calling. His calling was defending out on the perimeter and also getting defensive boards and locking his man up,
yeah.
which a lot of people felt was more important in Ben's case. That's why when T. Price had mentioned how everybody was saying Ben Simmons deserved it, it's because what is the game predicated on? Perimeter play now. But both of them got good cases though.
Now, I've never heard nobody bring up that argument. I mean, that's why I had to get it out there. Like, so if you hear it anywhere else, you'll know I said it first. 'Cause
Well, you
y'all,
talking
I don't know,
to
maybe I'm wrong. Y'all tell
Oh
me.
yeah, most definitely.
you talking to the right people because I know T Price and me, man, I love defense. Man, South Solidical, what the hell are you
Yeah.
talking about? You like defense too. Shit, we come from an era where they play fucking defense, man.
Yeah, I like
Right,
a
right.
defensive player a lot.
Slow down.
Even
Yeah,
when I
nah.
played basketball, I played both sides of the ball. You know, that's I had to get that out because I started thinking about it. I thought about it a while back. I'm like, man, it's been a lot of great perimeter defenders like a Scottie Pippen that never won. Scottie Pippen should at least one defensive player of the year. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I
I
feel
mean,
like
yeah,
he should at least won
yeah,
that.
that's fair. And this is one thing about people like me and Polo, and even people that know that really know basketball. You know what I'm saying? When I say never been know basketball, really know that airs it out, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I always stress and I always tell people. No matter how much I don't like a player and everything like that, it ain't because of the media. It's just because of what I see. You know what I'm saying? The standard that I see other players in. I learned how to, you know, I still give people be hard on certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But social, that's like they said, social media. If that's what I don't do that. What if scenarios? You know what I'm saying? I don't do them hypotheticals. What if they had social media back then? I think them players would have been well more prepared anyway because I remember when they started the internet stuff with my generation, my senior year in high school. I was like, wait, what is this? Computer this and computer that? And I'm like, okay, that's how I ended up finishing school. I had to finish my last year doing it on the thing, and that I'd rather have teachers and do it online thing. But you know what? But I got it done. But it's just, and I was saying that it's just, I, oh man, it's a great conversation, man. Like, man, I don't even know what to say, bro. It's just like
Well,
that's
a
why
lot of
to me, who y'all, you know what? South Political. Oh, he the one that brought this up, man. And I don't have an answer for this either, but I'm going to ask you: who do you think should vote for these MVP awards and all this stuff, and etc.?
I think he's speaking to you, Polo.
no, he was talking to you.
No,
I'm talking to you, Polo, because I already heard it from
Oh,
his point
you
standpoint.
talking to me? I thought you were talking to South
you know
Political.
my take on it. I
Um,
mean, I can respond again.
I mean, hey, I'm always gonna say the players because eh, eh, I feel like eh, the players and the coaches should be the vote because they see the game firsthand and they play with the guys. Like, okay, like for instance, T Price, okay, the media will sit there and say, "Oh yeah, who's the best player in the league back in the days?" Right? They'll be like, "Yeah, well, Steve Nash has the case and everything." When clearly we know it was the Mamba. If you go to Steven Jackson back in the days, or you go to Baron Davis back in the days, or you go to all these other players, right? They'll be like, "Man, are you fucking serious? It's Kobe Bryant." So that's why I always say, okay,
I,
the
I
players should
disagree.
always
I, I
get that
disagree,
vote
Polo,
because they see it
because
firsthand.
because I think in some capacity, some of these players have personal adoration or some kind of differences with players of the past and the future. So I would think it'd be more if you had to pick people, it would be coaches. I think coaches can be a little bit more objective, you know,
But they
but
could be biased too.
yeah, all any person can be biased, and I brought that point up with T. Price. When you deal with people, it can be biased. That's why I said if now they could go to statistics and analytics over a period of a season, which is not it's no perfect way of doing this, but it takes any type of bias or um, personal interest somebody might have with the player, because
How
these players
so?
have relationships that we don't know.
How so?
No, statistics and analytics are they're just data. They don't have no emotion or no personal no personal interest in it. Just like for instance, I brought up a lot of different circumstances. You had in 2000, arguably in 2005, when Kobe probably had his best individual year. Who they get MVP to? Steve Nash. A lot of people felt Kobe should won it. You had even in 2013, you had LeBron, who finished first team all defense, and he didn't win defense. Him and Mark Gasol were the two candidates to win Defensive Player of the Year, and
Yeah,
then
I
Mark
remember that.
Gasol that was second
Yeah,
team all defense. So
yeah,
I mean that would feel like it was
yeah.
some kind of
LeBron got robbed on that one.
yeah. And then I felt like Kobe should have won when Nash won, but then I felt like they gave the one to Chris
but
Paul because Kobe didn't have one.
but you know what? You know what? South Political and
Yeah,
T Price. Not to cut you off. You
go ahead.
know, I'm gonna let you answer this first. South Political. Hey, what up? Wait, what? I see you in here. Look, you know why? I always felt like Kobe should have won at least two, maybe 2 to 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards myself. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I felt like he should have won at least 2 or 3, especially in I would say in that not in the 99 2000 season. I felt like he should have won it because uh, he really he clamped down on a lot of the game's best guards, and he had been doing that all the time. Since he had came into the league, and then he had a case like you said in like 2005, in you know, in the early 2000s and stuff, when him and McGrady were going at it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you said hold on, wait, what? You said Nash deserved all his MVP. Stop the slander. Wait, what? Stop, man. You need to stop all that, man. You know damn well in 2005, Kobe deserved that award. Stop that, man. We know what the real reason was, South Political, right? It was because of the whole Colorado incident. So I don't want to hear none of that.
The MVP vote. I mean, I say it like this. Some of the points I bring up let you know that it's personal bias. It's personal bias. I feel
Yeah.
like the most objective people out of any of the people would be somewhat the coaches. The players have players they don't like and they do like. We know this. We know this. We even see them through media. Just like it's obvious Paul Pierce doesn't like LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron, yeah.
It's obvious. You know what I'm saying? So we can't allow players if they have certain biases. And there's certain players in like Kobe or whoever somebody's player. Durant, we know this. So to say the players, I don't think it would be the best thing. You know what I mean? Especially if it would take to have some, because you know these players go through things where they get traded and different stuff from other teams, and you know a lot of people say LeBron get people traded and all that. It might have plausibility or not, or whoever, but I don't think you will get. I don't think you will get a somewhat efficient, objective view from just players voting. I think the coaches might be the closest thing, if anybody. Just let the coaches vote.
Right. Yeah, that's a you know that's definitely facts. Now wait what got a question. He said uh why did he win it in 2008 then? I mean they had no other choice and he pretty
I feel
much
like he probably should have won it, but then they start talking about well, Kobe's never won it, and then he ended up winning.
yeah, that's because that was given to him out of sympathy more than anything, and they felt like he should have, but they really didn't want to give it to. They really didn't want to give Kobe any type of recognition or they go up, especially after the whole Colorado incident. Wait, what you said? Facts. I guess you're just being his cheerleader right there, but if you go back and really look at that time, man, it was a real tumultuous time during that time. Kobe got at least I could name right five endorsements snatched right off from him right off the top of my head.
I'm gonna say this about that situation. I agree somewhat. I think it gets kind of over exaggerated because you got to remember, by the year 2008, around the years 2008 2009, Nike started a large promotional with the Muppets, Kobe and LeBron potentially playing in the playoffs.
Hold on, South Political. Man, RJ Guap, I know what you're trying to do. Nobody's listen, if you don't want to talk about Kobe, hey, I'll holler at you, bro. You know, we just brought him up in reference. Now we're on that. The only reason we're doing that, this isn't no comparison thing about Kobe to LeBron or any other stuff, man. All we're saying is that he got robbed of the MVPs. We're
Yeah,
sticking
you
to the subject.
argument for both of those guys that they got robbed for accolades and other players too. We just brought them up.
Come on, man. Yeah, listen, we talk about everybody on this channel, and the reason why I'm talking about the guy, oh, look at you, the GOAT. Man, look, the only reason I brought him up is because he changed his number, and I wanted to get South Solitical's opinion on why he think LeBron did change the number. You know what I'm saying? I still talk about other players, RJ Watt. Come on, man, you got to expand it, man.
Yeah,
You got to expand your
people like
mind,
LeBron,
brother.
man. It's more than LeBron in the basketball. I'm still enjoying basketball even though LeBron out. I'm not no LDR. I'm not none of that. I can come on and talk about
Yeah,
other
I
things.
definitely ain't no JDR either. Because South Political before I didn't mean to rudely interrupt my brother because he's really trying to make a case of the point, but I had to answer that. So go ahead, South Political, finish what you were saying in reference to the endorsements.
Oh, I'm saying, I think sometimes, I think it was a plausibility early when that incident happened around the mid 2000s with the Kobe situation. But you got to remember, toward the end of the 2000s, they started to market Kobe versus LeBron. Nike started to market that Kobe versus LeBron finals for about 2 or 3 years. So they got over that. I think it gets exaggerated a little bit longer than it actually went. Yeah, I know you remember that. Even though LeBron couldn't seal the deal, he couldn't get his team over the hump. Whatever reason it may be, it just didn't happen, right?
Right.
So you know, they didn't ostracize Kobe forever, man. They got over it after a couple of years.
Yeah, they were trying. Hey, wait, what they had been? I mean, South Political and wait, what too? Look, they had been trying, and South Political on point with what he said. They had been trying to get that finals together. They wanted to see Kobe versus LeBron. That's what the world wanted to see. They wanted to see that because they wanted to see if there was going to be a changing of. A lot of people want to see if there was going to be a changing of the guards in that instance. But see, the thing that y'all don't know about Kobe is that he wanted to let he let the young guys do his thing. You see that in the with an example of the Olympics. He said, "Look, I just want to play defense." He said, "Let those other guys shine." But guess what? In the end, guess who they called upon? They called Kobe. They said, "Hey, we need you against Spain. We need your scoring. We know what you can do."
And what year?
He talking about the 2008 USA.
Yeah, when they played against Spain, and they were they nearly lost that game.
Oh, because I was gonna say in 2010 and beyond, that was all KD. That was all USA KD team
Man,
after that.
that old fever.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Anyway, nah, we talking about we ain't talking about no goodwill game in Vegas and none of that. Nah, it's a gold medal still. I ain't tripping. Man, wait,
All
what
gold, man.
what you
What's
got
good,
on
man?
what you got on this, man?
Hey, so I see that boy changed his number to 6. I guess he trying to, sending a message. I don't know what that message is, but
You know what I think it is?
what's up?
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just speculating myself. I ain't got no source.
Well,
I think he feel like he can go back to his. He want to retro himself back to his Heat days when he wore the number 6 and play at that level, because that's when he was. I mean, he pretty much was at his peak at that time.
so you think it's a mental training? I think if
I
you
mean,
saying that.
that's why I feel like it could be something like that.
Yeah, I
Oh
think
my
that could work.
God,
It's like only
man.
way for you to
What's
really
your feeling,
envision
Polo?
that is for you to put yourself in that situation as in that number 6. But I always
Oh,
thought he was trying to get the 23 to AD this whole time. But I guess it took like what 2 years? Because I remember
Yeah,
he was saying he
they
was
was
finna
supposed to be
change it.
changing anyway, but because of the Nike
Yeah,
wasn't
because of the
gonna.
Nike situation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look, this is my thing.
what's
This
up?
is my thing. Okay.
I like when he
Okay.
got
Look,
serial numbers.
he also made a statement. He said he coming back with vengeance next year. Look, hey, let's say you get into a fight. Wait, what? Or
Yeah,
you get into a fight, South Political, man,
yeah,
and you got whooped, and you got clown bad and everything like that.
yeah.
Man, you ain't gonna do no talking, right? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, you know what?
I'm
I
training.
got something. Next time he run up again, guess what's gonna happen? Well, I'm gonna get the best of him, right?
I already.
Man, don't
Yeah.
tell nobody
Yeah.
what you fitting to do. Man, just go lock yourself up in the gym. Stay away from the media. Stay away from social media. Come back and come back killing. I don't want to hear you because if you were gonna come back, you know what I'm saying, with vengeance and all this other stuff, man, you had time to do that. All that stuff where you were walking out 5 minutes with the name left to go and all that other stuff. No, look, man, shut up and go lock yourself in the gym and go do that. What you think Dirk and Luca fitting to do? Dirk and Luca fitting to work their ass out. Dirk was in that game looking like Luca. Hey, immediately after the game, You come your ass with me. What you think Julius Randle gonna come there? He gonna fly down here, down to Dallas. He gonna lock himself up in the gym. And guess what? He gonna get it in. We don't need to hear none of that.
I mean, that's like at the end of the day, do what I do it, no. But if he feel like he needs to do that, I really don't care, man. This stuff don't move me. You know what I'm saying? We know LeBron's one of the hardest workers in the off season, during the season, all that. He say this stuff, that's just what he do, man. Everybody's not the same. I don't expect everybody to be the same.
Yeah,
It's just
I gotta
different
agree.
people.
I gotta agree with
I
Big Bro
just
on this one, right?
I don't do this with players, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't. Even the players that I'm not too fond of, I don't worry about what they say, all that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only thing I really had a problem with is some of the things Durant has done. Not this situation with Jay Will, where you know you want to go back and forth with fans.
Whoa. Wait,
That
hold on.
makes no sense.
Hold on.
That makes no
You got a
sense to
problem?
me.
Wait, I never got your take on the Jay Will thing. So you felt like he should never have responded?
No, I think if they had a discreet conversation, that shouldn't have been echoed in the public.
But Jay Will bring it up though.
No, I'm saying if the initial conversation was taken in a discreet manner, I don't think it should have been brought to the public.
Cause my thing is the man that he said who told him that, saying that he didn't say that. So who am I to question the man who it really came from, the horse's mouth? If he ain't say it, then all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that Jay Wills went out his way to tell a story. You
That's why
gotta remember, if you look at that clip, he was like, yo,
no, I'm
Uncle
not.
Jay got, hey man, Michael Greenberg, Uncle Jay got a story if you got time for me. Like, what?
No, I don't
Like,
know if you
he
heard
even
me
threw
clear,
him
but I
off.
don't agree with what Jay Will done. I'm talking
Yeah.
about these other situations with these Twitter accounts and all that.
Like,
I'm
what you
talking
mean by
about
the
that.
Twitter accounts? Cause like the burner
Yeah,
account shit
the
happened 4
bank
years
account.
ago. Like, you gotta drop that shit. Like, I keep hearing saying people talk
No,
about the
they
burner
don't say
account.
this about LeBron dropping stuff. These people
No,
got
I'm saying, but like the
crazy.
burner account, like he stopped that shit. He got his full name at you. So what's the excuse
But
now?
this is the
You know what I'm saying?
thing. They don't do that with I keep the same energy with all, whether it's my favorite
Facts.
player. I feel like them, but don't nobody say drop 2011. Don't nobody say drop nothing LeBron say. They
Cause that's
remember. We're
basketball.
gonna do that with
We
the
speaking about
same.
basketball. Like when it become off the court, that's when that shit become like, what are we doing?
Him saying that we talking about off the court right now. We talking about him tweeting. So what are you
Who,
saying? You
LeBron?
talking about LeBron tweeting? He talking about he come
See,
back with a vengeance.
for me personally, I don't really like for me, I feel like LeBron when he do that, like, yo, I'm coming back with a vengeance and all that, he's kind of time stepping it. So when he
Yeah,
do come
it's
back with a
motivation for
vengeance,
himself,
people
probably.
can be able to go back like, damn, he did
Yeah,
tell us it's coming. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like I
He
feel
putting
like
the
that's one
pressure
of
on
those
himself,
situations.
really.
Huh?
He putting added pressure to himself.
Yeah, that's how he moved though. He always
Yeah,
been
that's
like
how
that.
he moves. But the thing about Durant, the biggest problem with LeBron wasn't this person in OKC. It's like when he left OKC, he turned into this different person that we didn't know.
Yeah,
Or maybe
because
that's who he really was.
you didn't know who he was in OKC. You didn't never get the lights and cameras and action all in front of him. So, you
I
know,
mean,
like for example,
he was still popular enough, even though
like
he was in a small market.
Stan Presti, like for example, like Stan Presti did not see KD as if LeBron was seen in Cleveland. So that's two different things. People
KD was
people
still a
forget that.
star, bro. A lot of people were still saying LeBron. A lot of small group of people were saying KD was better than LeBron, bro. He was
No.
still
I'm
popular.
saying, but like I'm talking about from the organization standpoint. The organization for
But that
Cleveland was
has
all
nothing to do
in
with how
for
his
LeBron.
personality changed up.
Wait, hold on. The organization for Cleveland was all in for LeBron. The organization for Oklahoma was not all in for KD. So I don't know what you mean by that.
What? Hold on, Polo. I gotta get it. So you hear this, Polo?
Yo, it's facts. Look it up.
I'm
It's
listening,
facts.
man. Go ahead, man.
Yo, what's up?
I don't know about that, bro.
What you mean? For example, look up this article. There was an article when KD won his MVP. And he wanted, and Nike wanted to put like one of them. I remember when in Cleveland, you know how LeBron got that whole photo of him next to the stadium type of shit, like, yo, witness this, Nike or some shit like that. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the big poster
Yeah, I
board.
remember. It was around
Yeah.
2008, 2009. Yeah.
Yeah. So when KD won his MVP, Nike was trying to present that type of environment for KD. But you know what Sam Presti said? No, it's gonna affect my other players. So he did not see him as the number one guy. He seen him as a 1A with Russell Westbrook. That's why they didn't create an offense around him. In Cleveland, they went all out. Like, you can say whatever you say about them players, but each of them players played a position for LeBron playing style. You can say what you want to say.
It's getting kind of gray what you're trying to say, but let me just be a bit more
On
clear.
what part? Tell me what part.
No.
I can get black and white.
Let's keep this more clear. So you telling me that OKC didn't buy into Durant being the
number one guy.
superstar?
Correct.
Hold on, you agree with that? I mean, I don't know. It might be true, but I wouldn't.
No, it's actual facts. Like FAX, I can actually fax this to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's facts. Like, I can send this to you. Okay. Information. I can give you sources.
Let me say this. Let me say this. Wait, he got a point in that, because that year you're talking about 2009, right?
What with I was talking about the 2014 when he won his MVP.
2014. Okay, look,
hold on, you kind of move. Okay, because when they done the witness thing, that was back in 2008, 2009.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, when he was like, that's when LeBron won his MVP, and and then Nike started really promoting like him all the way through. Especially when he was winning his
Nike
MVP.
been promoting him ever since he hit the league. Yo, this is confusing.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but like, look how one, like, you know what I'm saying, he was chosen for that, as in like the back of his tattoo, chosen one. The organization is all in for you, completely, like a Tim Duncan, where they had somebody all in for Tim Duncan's skills.
I don't.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this though. Now, wait. Okay, look, with Kevin Durant, because I don't think it was. I think I get some of what you're saying. But I think also let me throw this in here too. They didn't really see KD in OKC as that alpha. They saw Russell Westbrook as that alpha. But in terms of marketability, they definitely, to me, and in my opinion, the more marketable player, but he was just out of control during that time, was Russell Westbrook, because that was one of my, that's one of my favorite players right there. He was the alpha and everything, but KD, of course, he was a more complete player and everything, but Russell Westbrook was just more that hungry. Now, as terms of marketability, you got to remember there were two different brands. Of course, KD was Nike, and Russell Westbrook was Jordan brand. So they never really had no problem with the marketability. As a matter of fact, they were working out. You all remember South Solitical and Wait What? They were working out together. LeBron and KD, they were working out together, and that was immediately after the finals.
Yep.
So they were trying to. He was actually trying to build a camaraderie with KD, because that was LeBron invited him to work out, and KD went ahead and worked out with him.
And I don't find nothing wrong with that either, because you got a young bull who's like 23, as in LeBron seeing him, yo, this kid is something good, like. And this is where, like, I think people get confused about LeBron competition-wise, because a lot of people say he don't want competition, but he's out here, like I said, he trained, like, he's working out with someone that, like, it's like an MJ type of shit. Like, I know he's gonna be problems for me in the future, so let me work out with him now, see what his movements are, get a little head up, give him some pointers. It's like building your heavyweight in his own way, as in LeBron, like. You kind of like tooling this player, so when this time comes, when they versus one-on-one again, it'll be more of a struggle in LeBron's eyes to see what next level he can go to. You get what I'm saying? It's like he trying to train himself at the same time training him. That's how I'm seeing it in the basketball aspect. But like you were saying with the Russell Westbrook, yes, facts. He had Jordan, and I guess that whole thing maybe. But like I said, if Sam Presti was the actual good GM and actually drove in, because listen, by you doing like flip-flop and not really trusting who gained, because like Sam Presti didn't understand who game to follow. Do I follow a Westbrook game, which they've been doing all the way up to the point when KD said "fuck it," or do I actually want to implement offense created just around KD, a la Dallas, what they did with Dirk by building a team around him? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, dog, like, and then you gotta understand, KD, he had 2015 he had his foot injury, so he didn't go in the playoffs that year. It's 2016 they were close to get to the finals. 2014 he took on Memphis Grizzlies. That was a great ass team, and he kind of did an Olo. What happened to Westbrook. And then 13 it ain't really work out there. You know what I'm saying? They lost to the team that became champions or went to the finals, which is the Spurs and stuff like that. So the real true, he only had 2 real opportunities to make a run at the championship. One is the first year when they went with Harden and everything, and then the next year Sam Presti send this man off, send him to Houston. So the organization themselves took away your opportunity to get to a championship and fucked up your team. But you get upset with him when he said, "Fuck it, let me get out of here and find a team that's gonna allow me to allow themselves to build around me as the best player." You can't be the best player and not be built around. That's weird. That's why
I think you play Lebron, man. You can argue that the Oklahoma drafted 3 MVPs at one time.
Not at that time. Like, I hate when people say that. They, like, bro, at them times they was not MVP. It was only one of them. Westbrook was not an MVP at that time when they went to the finals.
No. I'm saying they drafted 3 potential MVPs. Let me finish. And they went to the finals and they were favored to win the finals at a young age.
I'm saying, but you're saying all this like 8 years after. At that moment, you did not think that. So let's not.
He put together a great team, but bro, you can't argue with the draft.
What you mean? That championship team. That championship team, as in the Western
Conference. And then they went on
the
draft for Barker after that.
Hold on, let me finish. That championship team in Western Conference, which is the OKC, and they lost to the finals to the Miami Heat. He did not put that same team back on the court.
But I'm saying Durant, they still had quality teams to make a run.
But when your offense, when you have somebody who infiltrated, like he literally said it, as in KD and Harden, they so said it, like, damn, like they did not expect that. 2, and he knew important as a like, first of all, Sam Presti didn't even talk to KD or none of his players about that. So it's automatically disrespect. Like, my guy I've been riding with to the finals, not no motherfucking first round, to the finals. You gotta remember, they also beat. Let me finish, bro. You keep cutting me. He also defeated the great Kobe Bryant and the boys going towards that way. Like, this team was bound to be a great team, but Sam Presti said, or even the owner himself did not want to pay the extra little over tax money. Cool, whatever you say. It's so many variables that all this, that this super team, all this could have been avoided if the man in the right place did not make moves. You had an owner who moved the team from Seattle. He was drafted by Seattle. He played a year in Seattle. You went from a whole team in Seattle, a whole industry, as in like a city, a flourish and everything, that would have definitely kept him there. I guarantee all his whole career. You know what I'm saying? Then you went to a place where there's a Death Valley in a way, as in Oklahoma. Nowhere to be seen, none of that, everything like that. We keep trying to say, damn, why he left OKC? Did you live in OKC? Nobody on here who's mad about him leaving, like everybody who's mad about him leaving OKC never lived in OKC. So you try to tell a man how to live his life. This is not a video game. He actually said, I'm doing something that's going to increase my basketball skills. And he's playing the profession. He playing the profession of basketball. So when he did that, he went to a team where they give him the best opportunity to actually flourish his game. You wanted him to stay in a place where they're not going to allow him to flourish his game, where the GM is not going to allow him to actually like build around him. And then you're going to constantly try to force 2 opposite entities to collide, and they're not going to work like that. Westbrook game do not match KD game. It's the greatness of both of them that they lasted that long. I'm not saying like one that needed, like, you know what I'm saying? They needed separation, as you can see.
This is the problem, man. Some people gotta realize when they start to contradict themselves. You win in an argument, like a couple of points back, you made a point of the owner not going over the salary cap. Then you went to conflict with that on point and talk about who want to play in OKC. So you got to be careful what you're saying, bro. Do you
I'm
think the owner
listening to
not taking
things.
that into
I'm listening to things.
consideration?
I'm not contradicting
No,
myself. I'm
wait,
giving you
hold on. Let me
facts.
cut it. Let me address
Like,
this. Audrey
go ahead.
Watt, look. Let me cut this in. I'm gonna let y'all cook. Hold on, I gotta address this. Audrey Watt, I don't think he's trying to make any justification for him going to Warriors because that's a whole nother man. That's a whole nother goalpost right there. That's not what this is about. And then on top of that, him going to the Warriors, that really didn't. That's everybody's opinion. There's some people that like it. There's some people that absolutely hate it. But whether you wanna hate it or whether you wanna love it, guess
It
what?
happened.
He still ended up winning the Larry O'Brien. So
Yeah.
there's nothing to really discuss in that aspect. He did it, and then when they look at it 10 years from now, there, there's not going to be any type of asterisk or anything like that. It's just going to say that he won a championship. So there's no type of justification that's needed to be done about him going to the Warriors. Go ahead and continue to cook, man.
But this is what I'm saying.
Well, like,
Dang, you
go
just
ahead,
went
man.
long. I rebut you a little bit. This all I'm saying. You can't make a point to say why the organization wouldn't go over the cap and then turn around and say who want to live in OKC and play. Because now you starting to conflict the own points you're
Bro,
trying
it's
to draw.
facts though. I'm saying though, like the things I'm giving out though, the things
You
I'm
still
giving
ain't
out is
giving them
facts.
time.
It's not like I'm lying. Like, go look at his documentary. Why
No,
Paul
but you
Gasol did
made
not
a
want to come to
point.
Oklahoma. He
No,
literally
I'm saying
says there's nothing he can really live into. So that's the reason
no,
why he can't bring nobody down there. Two, the
but
GM actually
but
did all that stuff. So
but
everything I'm listing is facts. I'm not
this is what I'm
contradicting
saying
myself
to
at
you.
all, kid.
No, this is what I'm telling you.
What are you telling
You
me?
can make an argument. You can make an argument.
I'm not making an argument. I'm stating facts.
No,
I'm not. That's what I'm
no,
trying to
that's what
tell
I'm
you. You
saying.
keep getting confused with argument. Argument
No, I'm
means I'm trying to
saying
argue a point. No, I'm stating
you can
facts.
make a
This is
point.
all
Let me say
facts.
point then. You can make a point that OKC done the best they could, being able to draft four young talents in the NBA from Harden, Durant, because we know in no free agency me and Polo talked about this a couple of days ago. Nobody was coming to OKC in free agency. The only person that got to come there was um was Paul George for one of the weirdest reasons. So what? But you can make with the situation at hand, with them being a small market team that can draw superstar type talent. They drafted three of the
Oh,
future MVPs and top players in the league.
you still there?
And then can y'all hear me? Polo, you hear me?
I can hear you
Hello?
now. You cut out. Hello, you can hear me?
I don't know why I'm cutting out. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead. What you were finna say?
No,
Because you
all
cut
I'm
off for
saying
like
is
2 minutes.
the OKC done an outstanding job to me being a small market team that knew they couldn't bring in free agents and they were able to draft three of the top superstars in the league today. And they wasn't a small enough market. They wasn't a big enough market to expand and offset paying the luxury cap. So they had to get rid of one of the players after they made a run. Unfortunately, it didn't work out with the two players. Now, me and Polo made this argument. They probably should have kept Harden and tried to trade Westbrook, but at that time, that wouldn't have been as popular because the persona that Westbrook had then is not the one he had now, to where he can't play with other star players. It was still up for question. But I think OKC done a
Man,
phenomenal job. They drafted some of the best talent in the league today without having to go in free agency. I mean, maybe I'm wrong,
I
but they
gotta check that right quick. But I don't think Sam Presti drafted KD. That's the thing. Sam Presti, I don't think. I'm gonna do my research in a few minutes
I'm
after
just
this.
speaking of the
If I
organization and the
no,
situation at hand.
but I'm saying, but like that organization is not the same organization that he came
Yeah.
into as a Seattle Seahawk. I mean,
And
Seattle
he did
Sonic.
come into them. This was the
No, I'm
same
saying, but
organization.
you had the same owner. You had the same owner
But when they moved, they started switching out a couple things, such as in the
Yeah, but
GM.
they drafted Westbrook and Harden, right?
Yeah, but he didn't
He
draft
turned out to be
KD.
two of the top
So the
players in the league.
respect. So
Okay,
my thing is,
okay, but the
the
organization still
respect.
had him.
But my thing is the respect factor did not come through properly.
I don't
When you
get
did
this.
not, like I'm telling you, he did not like Sam Presti did not view him as if Golden State viewed Steph Curry, as in Cleveland viewed LeBron, as in Miami viewed D Wade. That's what I'm saying, and that's factual.
I
You can
guess
see by the
not. But
actions.
it wasn't no emphasis to get rid of Durant. They were trying to keep Durant and Westbrook together. So I don't
That's the
understand.
problem. No, my thing is like they should have that what they were trying to do. They were trying to have they food. They were trying to have their cake and eat it too. You got to
Now,
choose one of them
now when
as
you
in
trying to
who you
now
wanna. Cause you. But my thing
this
is
might make sense
they
if they were
see
offering Durant less money, contrary
that
to
wasn't a
other
problem.
star
No, that
players.
wasn't a problem. No, that wasn't a problem. He
So the
seen the
money wasn't the problem. I
opportunity.
don't get where you going
No,
with this.
I'm trying to tell you. I've been telling you this whole time. Like this dude left OKC to actually
He left
flourish his
OKC
game.
because he felt like he wasn't gonna win nothing with them. He
No,
didn't
no, no,
lead
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no. That's the media perception of it. He literally said out his goddamn mouth, which I don't understand why people contradict the person who said it themselves. We out here judging, we being judge, jury, and executioner when somebody speak about from their own turn and from their own tongue. When he said literally, I went to Golden State to flourish my game. I left OKC because so I can flourish my game. Did you answer this question as a player, not a person? Because everybody get too personal. As a player, did
I'm
KD
not.
increase his as a player? Did KD increase his game when he went to Golden State?
I mean, he done more there.
No,
It
no,
was a
no.
different type of
No,
team.
no, no. I'm asking you. I'm asking. Did his
His
game
role changed
increase?
too. His role
Rather?
changed. Yeah, his
No,
role
no.
changed.
That's not what I'm asking you,
His
bro.
expectations changed.
That's not what I'm asking you. I totally asked you. Did his skill levels went up? Put it like that. Did his skill level went up? Did he play
He
better
was asked
defense
to
when he
do.
went
He
to
was
Golden
asked to
State?
do different things.
So, so let me ask you again. Did his skills go up? Did his defensive
He's
plays
always
go
been
up?
a top. He's always been a top skill player in the league. I don't know. I don't.
Offensively, but I'm saying defensively,
He's
did his
always.
game go up?
He was an MVP. He was one of the best offensive player MVP
My
in the league
God,
for the
bro.
OKC.
I literally just said defensively, did his
He was
game go
the
up?
same person to me on a better team with a different role.
Wow, wow. Like
That's my
literally, this
opinion.
man. I'm just saying, literally, this man got a documentary of where he shows that his skills increase, even with the Steve Nash infiltration. That second year of Golden State when he started to work with him and started to become a better offensive player. His efficiency went up.
Okay.
If you look at the data, his efficiency went up
I
ever
would
since he
assume
left
somebody
OKC.
picking up playing with a better team.
I'm saying because they actually had an offensive playbook. Okay,
Okay.
OKC did not
They
have an
had better
offensive
players on
playbook.
that team.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just saying, how can we get mad at a player who actually went somewhere to increase his skills for the profession that he's in?
We
Mine is
all
all,
I'm
huh?
only arguing the point of I was arguing the point you said that the OKC wasn't adamant about keeping him. That's the only thing I'm arguing.
Yeah, because
You
they
trying to
moves they
do it to the
made.
fact.
They did not make no moves to keep him there. When he left, what did they do
I don't know
next?
what else they're supposed to do.
When they like actually created an offense for him, actually hire a coach that can actually tell Westbrook to chill the fuck out when he trying to take threes down the lane when he didn't need to.
No,
Like
we already.
actually,
The reason why
but
he
act
left is because him and
what?
I said it earlier. Me and Polo talked about this. Was it 2 days ago? We said it probably would have been better if they kept Harden instead of Westbrook. Didn't we say
I
that?
agree with that. I agree with
Okay,
that. What
that's
you
the
saying
answer
on
to
that?
the question. They they kept the wrong player to compliment Durant.
That's what I'm
That's what I
saying.
said.
So I was saying so the off the
It
front
ain't like
office
they
blue
didn't want
check.
him no more. They didn't value him. That's what you trying to say.
They
I
didn't.
don't get that,
They didn't because if they valued
man.
him, they would build a
He
system
got,
for him.
man,
He ain't had to
Durant
go
left.
to. He didn't have to go to.
He had a better chance to win with the team that beat him. And once he won the ring, he felt like he would get the same gratitude and
That's
be
the
on the same
media
level that he
narrative.
won.
I swear to you right
No,
now,
he
you
didn't.
telling me everything the media have been saying. That's
He
literally the
even he
media.
even he even
That's some Jay
responded.
Will
He
shit. That's
responded.
some Jay
No,
Will shit that you saying, dog.
he responded in that fashion too
You can't speak for him,
after
bruh.
he won
He
it.
did not say that.
No, I watched how he
Tell me the
responded
source.
and how
Tell me
he
the
acted.
source.
He
Tell me the
felt like,
source.
oh my
Tell me the source
goodness.
so I can look at it myself.
He,
So I can be like, oh, okay, I get what
I'm
you're saying.
talking about him.
That's what I'm
Even after the
saying.
hold on, you still there, man? Because we gotta get, maybe I could be wrong. I like having a neutral source. I remember when right after they won the first finals, you remember what Durant said? I've been chasing this man for years.
That was a
And
fake.
he
First of
finally
all,
did
that
it.
was a fake. That was a fake Twitter post from somebody that's not
No, he
him.
said this out his mouth, bro. What are you talking
What?
about?
Tell me
After
the
the
source.
finals
What
ended.
video? What
No,
video? So I
after
can
the
look at it
finals
right now.
ended, they interviewed Durant because he was the MVP, right? You know
Okay.
all this history, but you don't remember this. He
What he
said, I've
say?
been chasing this man for years. He talking about LeBron. And I finally beat him. And he went into talking
Yo,
about
yo, yo. That's cap. You straight capping
how's
right
that
now, bro.
count?
That's straight
Oh,
cap. Cause he don't even
word.
talk like that, bro. He don't even talk like
Man,
that, bro. You straight capping now,
come
bro.
on.
Nah, you straight capping because you
Oh,
can't even
see,
tell me the source.
this is
So I'm gonna look
this
at it.
is
I'm gonna go look at
fanboy
it right
stuff.
now.
This
I'm
is
gonna go look at it
fanboy
right now, bit
stuff.
dog. I'm gonna go look at it right now, bit dog. I'm gonna go look at it. First, I'm gonna look at the interview. You said what? Game 5?
He said I've been
That
chasing
first
this
final?
man. The
That the
first
first
finals in
championship?
Oregon when they beat them in 5
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna go check it right now. I'll be right
after the
back.
game. He said this man's amazing. I've been competing, chasing him. Where Polo go, man? He done disappeared.